That is a very good question, Cabbage. Let me show you. An OC is basically just an original character. That's basically what it's short for. An original character that's created for a story, a video game, or like whatever people want to make it for. Some people make it for comics, maybe like a visual novel. It's anything you want it to be. And some of the best OCs have like the most complex backstories or lore, as you may call it. And it's the personality that really gives the character life. So when you are creating an OC or an original character, you really have to pay attention to the backstory. Not just to the backstory, but actually the personality. Because without the personality, it's basically just an image on a screen or a picture on a piece of paper. So an original character is basically any character that has been created by an artist for a story, a game. It could be completely original or inspired by their favorite world, like the Sonic series, or you name it, There's really not many rules or any limits to what you can do with an OC. In fact, there are tons of stories. For me, I actually have a plan for my OCs that I'm turning into a project that I want to share with you guys, but stick around and I'll tell you more later in the video. You don't want to miss it. When creating an OC, you can take inspiration from anything. For me, I love insects. I love crazy, strange plants like mushrooms. I've even created OCs out of fruit. Like I said, it's limitless. Now this is Chica. She is a murder hornet. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Japanese murder hornets, but when I discovered a Japanese murder hornet, I was immediately inspired to create this character. So this is Chica. She is a rebel archetype, and she is a lone wolf, but she's also like this charismatic character. You know what I mean? Like there's those people who are super introverted, they have this energy about them like back off, stay away, but they know how to lure you in, and they have one of those personalities that are like, yeah, I know what I'm about. I'm the boss. That's Chica. She likes to basically fight back. She is her own whole resistance in one. And when you come to know her, you'll figure out why she is the way that she is, but you'll also figure out what she is really fighting for. Now, her ways of going about it are not very conventional. Maybe a little bit law-breaking, but she means well. And I feel like this is a kind of character that could have a really cool, redemption arc, But I'm getting ahead of myself. So when you're creating an OC, you also want your OC to have a world. It's like you're creating this being, this whole cool character, but they don't have a world to exist in, a reason for living, a place to live. So definitely play around and create a world. World building is one of my favorite things to do, and something I think I'm pretty extensively knowledgeable on. And so if you guys are interested in a video on that, definitely let me know in the comments, and I could definitely give you a whole presentation on how to make a world for your OCs. And Cabbage! Sorry about that, guys. Cabbage is really gassy. He's a cabbage worm, and his favorite food is, what he's named for, Cabbage, and it causes him to be pretty smelly, if you know what I mean. So just don't mind him. What were we saying? Oh yeah, world building. If you're interested in that, yeah, just let me know in the comments if you want a video on that. Let me know if you want it to be a short or a long form video like this. To all of the OGs that made it this far, I've got a message for you, so just hang tight here. Yay! We're almost done, you guys. You made it through. Now we're on to like the really fast part. I'm telling you, the coloring part is super cool. Well, it's super fast. I don't know why I said cool, but hey, I mean, it's fun to look at, right? I mean, who doesn't love colors? And I love vibrant colors, as you can probably already tell. If you made it to this point, draw this in your own style and post it to the community page. I look forward to seeing everyone's take on Chica. It'd be really cool. Thanks, guys. Just for funsies, I've hidden a bee in this image, so if you can find it, comment B down below. Anyways, thanks for sticking around and hanging out with me, guys. Okay. So before I move on to the shading, I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning up here in the drawing. As you guys can probably tell, I am a little bit all over the place about that secret project. Okay, so with this character and a few others yet to come, my plan is to present you guys with a animated visual novel series. It's going to be a series that's in the shorts, so keep an eye out for those. And if you have, ideas of what you would like to see in the story, please let me know, because I want to make something that you guys are going to enjoy. Because it's not for me, it's for you guys. With that out of the way, back to the shading. So what I'm doing here is cleaning up my shading work. What I like to do in Ibis Paint, if you guys didn't know that, that's what I use, is Ibis Paint. I like to go ahead and on a separate layer, use either a darker or a lighter shade of the base color and just color that in like a little bit. And then I go back in and I use the blur tool. I love using the blur tool. I have tried the smudge tool, but I've found that it's kind of streaky and I don't like that. And then over here, with the highlight for the hair, I don't smudge. I just lower the opacity to a color that I find appealing. Anyway, that's my little tip there. If you guys would actually like to see more of an extensive tutorial on how to color in Ibis Paint, I can show you guys that. Also, you guys, I like to use my phone to draw, so if you ever think, oh, I don't have the tools to get into Ibis Paint or digital drawing, you guys can literally use your phone. And if you're like, well, drawing with my fingers really hard, you can get like a cheap stylus off of either Amazon, or you could even get one from Target. It's really that easy. Like, we are so blessed to live in a country and day and age where we can just do stuff. What I like to do last is go in and do like a subtle highlight. It may look very minuscule here, but it makes such a difference. It really makes the drawing pop. It might be one of my favorite parts of the process. Trust me, go for it. It really elevates the look of the drawing. Chica's hairstyle is inspired by the heme cut, which is actually kind of funny because when I was trying to pick out a name for her, that was one of the ideas or suggestions, because I was looking up a name with a particular meaning. I won't tell you what the meaning of her name is right now, but if you know it, bonus points to you. So let me know in the comments, because that would be cool. In fact, if you can figure out the meaning of her name, I will give you a free OC commission. So serious. Anyways, her look was also inspired by Miss Lalisa herself. If you guys are Blackpink fans, that's pretty cool. And here we go, you guys. You made it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It was a blast. See you soon.